What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got Tom Brady and we got his wife, Gisele. I don't know her last name, so we're just gonna leave her last name out of there. But pretty much, they're getting a divorce. And we all know, once again, 70% of women initiate divorces, right? So Gisele just added on to that, right? Gisele just added on to that, man. So you're divorcing a man pretty much because, like I said on my TikTok, man, it would be stupid to sit up here and say him coming back to play football is not a big reason as to why they're divorcing, right? So many women have demonized this man for, still pursuing his goals of playing football. Nobody cares about the hard work, the time spent, the blood and sweat and tears that he put into this game, that he put into working to get to where he's at. Nobody cares about that. They just simply say, everybody cares about, you know what, hey, your wife said she don't want you playing football anymore. You've been playing football long enough. You need to go ahead and put football down and get to your family. It's understandable, but at the end of the day, once again, nobody, including Gisele, helped that man get to where he is today. Gisele just hopped onto the ride, but Tom Brady is self-made. He had to work hard to get to where he's at. So now, because you have, some piece of ass that he's married to come up to you, jump into the relationship. Now she's trying to sit up here and say, well, you know what, hey, you can't be doing this anymore. You need to start spending some time with your family, right? Understandable, right? Because football, especially in the NFL, that is very time consuming. I'm pretty sure it's very time consuming because it's not like you're resting for a whole year. The football season in I believe January, maybe if I'm wrong. They start back up like sometime in April or May, right? So they don't really get that much. They don't really get that much of a break, right? It's cool. At the end of the day, it's still work. He's still getting paid at a high level. Like I said, man, you got your woman, she's at home, you got your kids or whatnot. Of course, they want some time. Of course, they want to be able to spend some time with you. Now, like I said, I understand that. I can't get mad at her for getting upset. But what I can get upset about is her wanting to divorce this man because of that. That is out of bounds. You knew what you were signing up for. Gisele knew what she was signing up for. She knew what she was signing up for. But now that we've reached to the point where, he's 45, and I understand, it's like, man, dude, you're 45 years of age, you're getting older. You ain't getting any younger. You're getting older. So, your kids are getting older too. So, they want that quality time. And like I said, I understand that. But here's the thing, right? Like I said, he's still trying to accomplish something, right? We're going to read this article that Tom Brady was a part of. And it was pretty much an interview. And the article went on to say, we have never seen any NFL football player play until the age of 50. I believe he will be the only player to have ever played at the age of 50. And then played at a high rate and start too? Come on, man. Come on, that's crazy. The NFL's greatest quarterback of all time seems to be in the perfect position to be able to achieve this milestone. 45-year-old Tom Brady is still playing at an elite level and hasn't shown signs of slowing down at this point in his illustrious career. However, when posed the question of if he can see himself playing for another 5 years, this is what he had to say in an interview with Complex. It's a great question. There's two answers to that. I do think I can play until 50, but I don't think I will just because I know the commitment that it takes. I know the commitment it takes for me at 44 and 45. I worked out today and it's a big commitment. I'm away from my 14-year-old son and my 12-year-old son and my 9-year-old daughter. And they deserve my time and energy, and they're getting older. That might be a big goal for him, to play until he's 50. If that's the case, Gisele can wait another 5 years. She already waited this long, she can wait another 5 years. And I know, once again, you're like, well, 5 years? I know it sounds crazy, but like I said, she knew what she was signing up for. Everybody who was watching this, we all had goals and aspirations as a young kid, right? Some of us can reach them, some of us couldn't. Maybe his goal at a young age was to play, or to be the oldest football player and be playing at a high level, right, at the age of 50. In the late 40s, in the early 50s, right? Maybe that's his goal, right? But you're not gonna have any parents sit up here and tell their kid, well, you know what, hey, I understand that's your goal, but what about a family? What about your family? What happened if your family this and that? You're not gonna tell your kid that. You're not gonna tell your kid that. Why? Because Number one, 9 times out of 10, the kid ain't thinking about no shit like that. A kid is thinking about what he or she wants to do, what her goals are, right? You're not going to sit over here and curve that shit. Now, of course, for a woman, it might curve because, hey, once again, if we're talking about traditionally, if a man has goals, right, and a woman has goals and they both get married or whatever. Prime example, going out of state. Let's say if your wife get a job out of damn state or whatever. For a lot of men, some men might choose to say, hey, I'm not with that, right? The woman say, okay, well, hey, a decision got to be made, right? A man might tell her not to go. She might not go. A man might say, well, you know what, hey, you might want to go up there, but I don't want to do that. We just might have to split. But if it's the other way around, right? A man is having to travel for a job or whatever. Generally, a woman is going to hop on that ride and say, okay, well, I'm going wherever you're going. So when you have, something like this, man, look, a man is not going to put down something that he worked hard for just because a woman says so. Let's be honest, man. Women don't have that power. I'm gonna just be honest with you. A lot of women don't have that power. Women in general just don't have that power to be able to tell a man, hey, well, you know what? You need to stop doing this. You don't see, what was her name? Young Miami telling P. Diddy, well, you can't be doing this anymore. You don't see, these other people who are married. Now, I know P. Diddy and Young Miami not married, but these other men who are married to these women, who was following who? Women generally follow those men, right? It's not the other way around. So, like I said, man, I understand why she would be upset, but it's like, this is what he worked for, and who are you to tell this man that he can't be pursuing what he wanted to work, what he worked so hard for? All right, who are you? Nobody knew about Gisele until somebody said, Tom Brady's married to Gisele or whatever. And then they go like, oh, that's who Gisele is or whatnot. Because that's how I found out who she was. I was like, man, who is Tom Brady even married to? Oh, he married to this bad supermodel, yada, yada, yada. For her modeling career, she probably, look, let's just be honest, right? She's hitting that age. How old is Gisele actually? Gisele is 42 years of age, man. I don't think, man, her career is gonna go further. I mean, come on, man. At a certain age for women, your beauty is gonna drop. Your beauty is gonna drop. Not saying that you're gonna be ugly or anything, but your beauty drops. You're not gonna be as relevant and as popular and as attractive as a freaking 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-old, 21-year-old. Let's just be honest, right? The 20, like somebody said, there's a goddamn 21-year-old every day. Somebody turning 21. There's a female turning 21 every single day, right? So, her career is probably going to be ending, and I'm pretty sure it probably already ended, right? Because I've never seen a 42-year-old model. But you got Tom Brady, about to be in his 50s, still trying to play. Allow that. That's his goal. That's his aspiration. If you love him as much as you say you do, you're not going to initiate that divorce. You're not going to divorce, period. Right? But hey, guess what though? At the end of the day, she is destroying her own family. She's part of a statistic now. Well, she's about to be part of a statistic, right? She's destroying her own family. This is what Kevin Samuels say. Women destroy their own families. Now, I know people are going to be sitting on here saying, well, you need to make some sacrifices. Bruh, not in this situation. Once again, shouldn't no man have to make no sacrifice for something that he worked very hard for? I don't care what nobody say. Should no man have to sacrifice anything that he worked very hard for? He's trying to reach goals. And if that means playing until 50, at the end of the day, that's what she signed up for. She can't get mad at that. She signed up for that. Y'all do me a huge favor, man. Leave me a like, comment, subscribe.